Hey guys, Jem here with another book review. This time I'm going to be reviewing Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. I rate this a 9.5 out of 10, like all of her works, and Cassandra Clare is my ultimate favorite author ever. So, on to the synopsis, and then I'll give you my insight. In the magical underworld of Victorian London, Tessa Gray has at last found safety with the Shadow Hunters. But that safety proves fleeting when rogue forces in the Clave plot to see her protector, Charlotte, replaced as head of the Institute. If Charlotte loses her position, Tessa will be out on the street, an easy prey for the mysterious Magister who wants to use Tessa's powers for his own dark ends. With the help of handsome, self-destructive Will and fiercely devoted Jem, Tessa discovers that the Magister's war on the Shadowhunters is deeply personal. He blames them for a long-ago tragedy that shattered his life. To unravel the secrets of the past, the trio journeys from mist-shrouded Yorkshire to a manor house that holds untold horrors, from the slums of London to an enchanted ballroom, where Tessa discovers that the truth of her parentage is more sinister than she had imagined. When they encounter a clockwork demon bearing a warning for Will, they realize that the Magister knows their every move, and that one of their own has betrayed them. Tessa finds her heart drawn more and more to Jem, though her longing for Will, despite his dark moods, continues to unsettle her. But something is changing in Will. The wall he has built around himself is crumbling. Could finding the Magister free Will from his secrets and give Tessa the answers about who she is and what she was born to do? As their dangerous search for the Magister and the truth leads the friends into peril, Tessa learns that when love and lies are mixed, they can corrupt even the purest heart. So, this is gonna be a spoiler review. So, if you just wanted to, know my rating for the book, I rated a 9.5 out of 10, as I do for all of Cassandra Clare's works, and that's all you really need to know. And then the synopsis that I just read. So this will be a spoiler-filled review. Sorry for those who have not read it. If you have not read The Infernal Devices, you are late, like I am, because I'm really late on the whole TMI and TID. And then there's also TDA coming out next year, so I'm way behind. But anyway, on to the review. So Tessa has stayed at the Institute, and then Charlotte is about to be replaced by Benedict Lightwood. I mean, honestly, Benedict Lightwood. Okay, let's go into the characters for a bit. Benedict Lightwood, he is the reason for his wife's death, and he also has demon pox. So that's fun, isn't it? He loves getting it in with demon woman. Ugh. And in the book, he actually is with Lilith, because if you read the description of the demon woman that's on his lap, snakes for eyes, and then if you have read the TMI series and you've read the 4th book that describes Lilith with the snake eyes, you know that's Lilith. Come on now. That is one of the features that really makes Lilith her. So, and, well, he's had, Benedict Lightwood has had demon pox for years, and Mortman is using him as a puppet. So, Benedict Lightwood is now out of the way. On to Charlotte and Henry. They're coupling for a minute here. And, well, they keep thinking that they think that the other doesn't love them. And so they were, their relationship was all, really stupid. Because, Henry does love Charlotte, and Charlotte does love Henry, but they thought that the other didn't love them, so that complicated things. And then Tessa, with Will and Jem. Will had this supposed curse put on him when he was a kid by Marbus, who when he opened a Pyxis, and the demon Marbus escaped. But it wasn't really, the curse wasn't real, and all that he has done for the past 5 years was wasted. He left his family to keep them protected. He's pushed everybody away so that they could stay protected, because the curse was like whoever will love you will die. And so he's tried to like keep this like tough personality, pushing everybody away at arm's length so that they don't love him. But apparently the curse was a lie, and then he's now rejoiced because he has found out that it isn't, and he can love Tessa. But at this point in the story, Tessa and Jem are engaged. Yes, Tessa and Jem are engaged, like, near the end of the book, and they announce it, and Will is just, like, devastated, because he loves Tessa with all his heart, but then he can't do that to Jem and just take her away, because they're blood brothers. Because in the beginning of the book, Jem and Tessa were getting closer together because of what happened in the last book, because Will broke Tessa's, well, shattered her heart. And now her heart has been torn in two between the two boys. The spy in the story was Jessamine Lovelace, because she loved Nate, who is Tessa's brother, who isn't really her brother, because her Aunt Harriet, who died in the last book, prior to the last book actually, but died still the same, was Nate's mother, but Nate was given to Tessa's biological mother because Harriet's fiance had died and she was already pregnant. So she would have been considered a whore because she didn't marry first before having a child. So Nate is not really related to Tessa, so they are not siblings. And Jessamine loves Nate, but Nate does not love her, of course. I mean, come on, he's so self-centered. And they get married, and she ends up telling him everything, and he tells her nothing. So there's that. And she goes to the Silent City, and it's locked there for the rest of the story, after they find out that she's a spy. Now, here in this point of the story, they find out that Mortman has taken control of all the Yin Fen, the sales. He's taking control of the Yin Fen, what's that, bargaining? And Yin Fen is what Jem needs to live, because that's the powder, aka his medicine, that he needs to be able to keep on living, because if he stops taking it, he will die immediately. So there's also that. But then, what was I gonna say? Then they, like, get as much Yin Fen that they can. Well, Will gets as much Yin Fen that he can get for Jem, so that in case, like, you know, I don't know. I don't remember how to say it. I forgot the word. But so that when all the Yin Fen, like, runs out and it's, like, completely in Mortman's hands, they still have some left for Jem. So, going back to the Benedict Lightwood case for a sec here. Charlotte and the others have found a way to blackmail him into supporting Charlotte of being the head of the Institute, of the London Institute. Because he gave his wife demon pox, and she killed herself because of it. Because she found out that her husband was, like, having, you know, with demons. And then, like, nobody thought demon pox was actually real. And then, they found out it was real, and Will was so happy. Because he was the one that kept saying that demon pox was real, but everybody else kept saying it wasn't. Now, if I can find the page for a second, because he made up this song about demon pox, and I loved it. It's so funny. Will is one of my favorite characters in the TID series, because he is really a funny character. He's just like Jace. Here we go. But of course it's because he's Jace's, like, great grandfather. Alright, going on to the song. It's Demon Pox, oh Demon Pox, just how is it acquired? One must go down to the bad part of town until one is very tired. Demon Pox, oh Demon Pox, I had it all along. No, not the pox, you foolish blocks. I mean this very song, for I was right and you were wrong. I just love that song, I'm sorry. I just had to. And then, of course, Gideon, ooh. Here's one more relationship. Gideon Lightwood and Sophie Collins, the maid. They start to get a little bit closer in this book. You'll see like there are some snippets of their relationship in the book, like how they get closer and everything. And she's the one that tells Charlotte about the demon pox thing because Gideon told her. And Gideon had left the Lightwoods, but Gabriel stays, which I think is sad. And in the end of all this, Cecily, who is Will's sister, who also was, when they were in Yorkshire, Tessa, Jem, and Will, when they were in Yorkshire and they went to the Ravenscar Manor where the Shades lived, aka Axel Mormon's parents, who were warlocks, they found out that Will's family was living there, and Mortman had the Herondales in his hands all along. But now Cecily has come to the Institute, and well, to be trained as a shadow hunter apparently, and that's all there is in the book. That's how it ended, because this is a collector's first edition. It had a letter from Will to his parents for his 17th birthday. And a little short story called Burning Bright from Jem's perspective on, like, the first time he saw Tessa come into his room from the last book. And that's all I really have to say about the book. I really loved it. I love it so much. 9.5 out of 10, once again. And that's all I have to say. Right now, I'm reading the book Destined by PC and Kristen Cass. I need to finally finish the series because they have this book hidden out and revealed out, and the last book is coming out in October, and I need to finish the series desperately. So after this, I will be reading, here we go, Fragile Eternity, because this one I can probably finish faster than this one. You probably can't see the difference, but this one's a little bit thinner. After Destined, then I go on to Fragile Eternity, and then I will go on and read Clockwork Princess, the final book in the TID series, and I'm probably going to hate, I don't know if I'm going to love or hate the ending. I've heard conflicted responses about that. So that's all I have to say about it. That's all I really have to say in this review. So, comment and like below, and favorite. And also subscribe up top. Wait, here's a question for you. What did you think about Will's song, first of all? Because I really want to know that from all of you. And who's your favorite character so far in the TID series? Do you like Jem, Tessa, Sophie, Gideon? Who? I would love to know your thoughts. Put them down in the comments below, because I really want to see what you guys are thinking. Alright? So later.